Hello, beautiful souls. I'm so glad that we could join together today. We'll pull a few cards for the collective. I've got some popping out right there. We're going to pull these and we're going to see what we have to say. Oh, yeah, we've got some really good messages here. So, first and foremost, let's talk about this Five of Pentacles. This represents something that has not fully gone the way that you thought it would. You're a little bit disappointed and maybe have been let down by someone in your circle. This happens with obvious, immediate disappointment, grief. We might look at this and go, oh, that's not what I was hoping for. However, the cards that this has been paired with are suggesting that there's something more powerful at work here. So, our Mother of Swords, she's sharp. She distinguishes this from that. She pays attention to the details. And while she has been on her healing journey for some time, and she has been celebrating herself, and she is creating such incredible, wonderful things in her circle, and you can trust her and believe in her, you also have to recognize that at times she can have quite a reaction. She's been through it. And there are times that she may not be at her best when it comes to being kind and gentle and warm. She may be a little snappy. So, what I'm getting is that while there has been some occurrence that has not gone the way that you wanted to, there is some influence here that is suggesting that it's actually in the better interest of what you're doing going forward. So, we have this didn't work out situation, but she's going to show you that there is a good reason for that. Now, there may be some factor here where some individual is not reacting in a fair manner. They're lashing out, they've got issues. That's really not anything that's going to affect what it is that you've been working towards. So, everything that you've been trying to accomplish has been working out in the way that you actually wanted to. We've got this over here, but this doesn't seem to be nearly as much of a factor because this was just something that's been pulled out of your path and pulled away from you because it wasn't meant for you. It wasn't in the best interest of what was going on. And her discernment is what's powerful here. Her looking at it and going, enough of that. She's kind of like putting her hand down and saying, absolutely not. No, this is not how it's going to go. Some people might think that she's being unfair, but I think in this situation, she's actually looking out for you. This is in your best interest. This energy is coming to actually save you from bigger disappointment, save you from wasting your energy, save you from spending a bunch of time on something that is not worth your energy and time. We want to feel disappointed and let down. This is something that we were hoping for. Maybe it was a job, getting jobs and financial like raises that didn't come through. And she's like, no, no, that doesn't mean nothing for you. I'm getting with this one that some of you were expecting a raise, and what you're actually going to end up with is a promotion. For some of you, I'm seeing that you ended up with a bill or something kind of hit you out of nowhere. And as long as you look at the situation, go, okay, I mean, I've dealt with worse, right? So I can handle this, no problem. I got this. I'm going to take care of it just like I take care of everything else. She's business, right? She don't play around. She's just going to go ahead and handle what needs to be handled. No issues there. But we've got this 10 of Pentacles here that says, but you've been putting in the work, right? And things have been going really well for you. This is the energy that we want to be focused on because this is showing that what we've been working on is ripe for harvest. It is ready for us to see the fruits of our labor. We've been saved from a situation that was taking us in the wrong direction. And I feel like maybe there's somebody that was just really messy, really bad with their finances, not handling business the way they need to, and they had the power to pull you out of alignment and to mess you up and to really cause more problems than they were solving. Like they made it out like they were all this, and she saw right through it. She's like, no, no. No, you're not. And so there was this like letdown of really again, yeah, again, but it was something that was able to be discerned and it saved you from greater struggles. She makes stuff happen for herself. You kind of don't want to get in her way, right? She absolutely will just go ahead and handle business. Like she'll like in another deck, the representation of her, the Mother of Swords, is that she's got standing there with a man's head. Like, oh, you mess with me, you cross me, I got you now. Got your number. So she's hardcore. You we like this energy because this is what separates the wheat from the chaff, as they say. Um, it's we've got things that are tangible, things that are real, things that are actually working out. This is real work that was put in. This wasn't no joke. This wasn't anything that was done half-heartedly or oh well, I hope it works out. This wasn't like a wish and a hope and a prayer. This was like real stuff that's going on. You put the work in, it's coming to through for you. And so this little disappointment really isn't a consequence. It's actually saving you from this. Thank you for the discernment. Thank you for that sharp perception, being aware. If it was you that was able to distinguish the two of those things from this joke and this mirage of what was happening, good for you because you were able to be sharp enough to save yourself a lot of struggle. Somebody else maybe have saved you from the struggle by showing you the truth and the reality of the situation. Maybe they were a little sharp and came across a little bit harshly, but it was a lesson that you needed to hear. That was so that you could get to where you needed to be. Always a good message there. So two awesome cards. I haven't pulled these ones in a while. All paths lead home, inner authority and intuition, turning your gaze within, and simplicity. This is indicating to me that we need to take some time to remove some extra distractions from our life. So this is not necessarily like physical items. This isn't like cleaning your house, clearing the clutter. This is fake friends, relationships that aren't actually valuable. You've got some people that are just kind of working your nerve. You can't quite figure out why they're working your nerve. You can't quite figure out why you're exhausted by them. You just know that you just don't enjoy their company the way that they used to. This I'm getting for some of you that this is a person that you've been casually dating and it just feels like it's going nowhere. You don't need to do that. You're just putting your energy out there and you're doing it and you could be putting that energy towards yourself. So that's what this card is about. This card is about bring it back in here. What matters to you the most? And don't say anyone else. It's not anyone else, it's you. Spirit is trying to remind you that you had a goal, you had a purpose, you had a dream, you had hopes. You were trying to work towards something and you've been distracted. You've had a lot of extra energy suckers in your circle and it's just gotten to the point where it's just you don't have time for that anymore. You got to let that go. It's not doing you any good. I'm getting for some of you that they were getting more out of the situation than you were. This was an uneven balance. So with simplicity, we really want to sharpen and hone in on what we're doing with our time. A little bit, I'm getting a lot of time management, like your schedule is all over the place. You're doing stuff that it's not your responsibility. Why are you worried about what other people got going on? They're calling you up and they're taking up 2 hours just talking about their whole day and you could be doing something there. That 2 hours could be for you to spend time focused on your own work, your own artwork, writing, journaling, meditating, spiritual practice, literally anything, exercising, anything that puts back into yourself is better than sitting there listening to someone yam on about their own lives. And I know that sounds a little cruel because, like, what are friends for, right? You sit there, but this is about friends that are not doing what they need to be doing. This is about friends that are just using you as a person to sit there and absorb all their energy. They're using your energy to manifest. they're accomplishing things off of the fact that they use you, they dump all this on you, and then you don't have as much left for yourself. So what I'm getting for this is very much about, yeah, bring it back, cut it off. I'm Yeah, you know what? I gotta take care of some stuff today. Yeah, we'll chat later. We'll chat later. Don't call him back. Um, because and the thing is what they're gonna do is they're gonna turn around and they're just gonna find somebody else to use. So it's not like you're irreplaceable in this situation, or oh, they need me. That's not what this is. This is an imbalance situation where you're being asked to spend some time figuring out your own goals, your own life. And if you're absorbing all the energy about their day, you haven't taken time to process your own feelings in your own day. And you need that to let that go. You need that to help heal yourself. That rejuvenates you for the next day. That time is where you can spend that towards your own healing, towards your own rest in some cases. Like they just want the entertainment. So simplicity and all paths lead home. It's always going to be about you, baby. Always. You first. I love the combination here because this is like two situations that you could view differently, but we're putting them together. So we're bringing this energy of surrender. I can release my need to control and tending to the small things. So, what this is talking about, I'm feeling very strongly that we have been focused too much on the big picture. We're looking for our manifestations, we're looking for our goals and dreams, and we're looking at this very large picture and we're like, when is it my turn? When for me, it's my turn, right? When is my manifestation coming true? When is this happening? And spirit's like, yeah, I hear you. It's like you're just standing there knocking at the door. My turn. When's mine? When's mine? Spirit's like, yo. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. When we trust the process, when we're like, this is happening, it is happening, I know it's happening. Now I'm going to embrace the surrender card. So when I embrace this surrender card and when I say, it is happening, of course it's happening because I manifest what it is that I desire. And all things that I desire come to me when I'm prepared for them. I trust the timing of this situation. So I don't need to sit there and wonder when. I don't need to think about the when and the how and the why and the step-by-step process. Instead, because I have faith that it's happening, I am going to do the things that put me in alignment with that dream. I am acting as if it's happening. You want a new job. Well, what do you need to do to prepare for that new job? You're waiting for that new job to happen, but have you tidied up your resume? Have you gone through your finances and made sure that you're ready for a jump in pay change and when you receive your paychecks? You want to move, but your house is a mess. You haven't done nothing to clean up your credit. You want a new house? You want to move somewhere? You want to do something big? You want a new car? Do you have a down payment? Tending to the small things is about the actions, and we're not talking big actions. We're not saying, I am, uh, I'm going to be with the love of my life. It's right now. I haven't cleaned out my phone in 2 years or a year, how long we've had it, is kind of lagging and going slow. And I've got all these old pictures on it. And I look at these and they're great. They make me feel good, but I really could just dump them onto my laptop or onto a cloud drive and leave them there. I can go through them and get rid of the extra stuff that I don't need. I'm going to go through my closet and I'm going to clean out the stuff that doesn't appeal to my style anymore. I'm going to update that resume because I do want a better job and I'm going to add all the skills that I've learned to it. I'm going to actually do these little things that say I believe that this is happening for me. because you don't want to have that phone full of pictures from your last relationship if you're waiting for the new love of your life to show up. You're sitting there like, where's the new love of my life? Where is he? Where is he? And the universe is like, you're still clinging on to that old mess. You haven't even taken time to close those chapters for yourself. Act as if you're getting into a new relationship because, they don't want to see that on your phone. These are just examples, but I'm getting for some of you, this is about you're trying to change your environment in order to facilitate a better life. So this happens in a number of ways. What small actions could you be taking on a daily basis? You want to have a new lifestyle. You want to lose some weight, but you haven't cleaned the junk out of your cupboard. You didn't dust off that exercise equipment. You didn't sign up for that gym. You haven't gotten those workout clothes out. You haven't set any time aside to work out. You haven't started counting calories. So you haven't done any of the actual work. You just think it's going to magically happen. There's some things that do land in our lap, but very rare. It's actually that we've taken steps as if it's in process, in motion, and then when we're ready for it and we're focused on doing the work, we're already over here in the middle of it. That's when it lands in our lap because you're ready for it now. Because you weren't sitting there obsessing over when it was going to happen. You were actually just trusting that it is going to happen when I'm ready. And in the meantime, I'm over here working on the stuff that I need to work on. You're not going to have any spiritual revelations if you don't spend any time doing your shadow work, committing to meditating, committing to ritual practice, actually doing the work that you say you're going to do. You're not reading any books. You want to learn new skills, but you haven't started learning the new skills. You want a better job, but you haven't taken any action towards upping your game. When we let spirit work for the big stuff, by going over here to focus on the stuff that we can do something about, we are showing our faith that it's happening. And it's not just that we're showing our faith, we're showing that we want to be ready for it. It's like, you know what? It hasn't landed in my lap. What can I do to actually get in alignment with this? Like, what is not happening in my life that I can do something about right now? Like, if you want a new job, you want more financial opportunities, are you handling business at work in a way that they want to offer you a promotion, or are you just sitting there at work daydreaming about a new job? You don't like where you work and you want to go to get a new job. Did you take some classes? Did you update your resume? Did you put your resume out? Did you apply for some other jobs? Because these little things, these are the little things that you can do. When you're doing these things, you're showing spirit that you're ready. And when you show spirit that you're ready, it's because you stopped obsessing about the whens and the hows. And you're just handling things as if you're preparing for that blessing to occur, for that manifestation to land in your lap. So this is a part of the process. Manifestations are not this demand from the universe to give you something. Because if you're not ready for it, you're not going to accept it. You're not going to be in alignment for it. If you are talking about improving your mental health, but you haven't started going to therapy, how can you possibly be prepared for a new healthy relationship? You've got to actually do some of that work. And when you do that work, you're like, I know that spirit is going to bless me. I am surrendering the need to control this idea of how and when it happens. Instead, I'm going, I know what I need to do. I need to get my mind right so that I have the mindset that my partner will appreciate and be drawn to and attracted to. So when they show up in my life, I'm not still self sabotaging and doing all the things that are going to ruin the situation. Just some things to think about. Surrendering is not about just, it'll happen magically when it happens. In this situation, it's, are you prepared for it as if it's in the midst of occurring for you? Have you gone through and taken stock of the things that you can get ready? Now they seem little and insignificant, but that's the point. Because while you're over here focused on this stuff, you're trusting the big stuff. because you're over here handling the work. So just some things to think about. Maybe make some notes on some stuff you need to work on. Thanks for joining with me today. Thank you for celebrating your healing journey with me. I'm always so glad to hear from you. Until next time.